and thank you for tuning into Fun Sparkle Drama. I am your host, Nico Cervantes. We have an extra really gay show for you today. Yes, we have Mr. Jimmy Fowlie. He is the creator and writer of Gogo Interrupted, and he also stars in it with us. But before that happens, I have to introduce my main bitch, Miss Nina LaFuente.
Hi.
I don't know why I didn't say Chola. I usually say Chola.
I know.
And which I have to explain.
Explain to the children at home.
Totally. I have to explain to the children at home what Chola is.
Because I was telling, you're not saying it offensively, but I think it could come across as offensive to some people.
So I call people Chola that I like in my life, like that I really do admire. Like they're my Cholas. Because when I was in elementary school, and I was getting like teased and beaten up for like being gay or being fat or being whatever, like the group of girl cholas in my life, they were the one people, like they came and defended me.
Oh, I
so
love
like I had
this,
my main bitch chola was named Lupe. And she was like 250 pounds, like did not fuck around. She had like a tattoo when she was, she had a tattoo when she was like 13. Mm-hmm. And she beat some guy up, like beat him up.
Oh, yeah.
When he like teased me. And it like, they were the people that really came to my side. So like Chola is a very endearing thing to me. I have to explain, I'm not trying to be offensive. But anyway, that's my whole Chola.
I need to make a sidebar. I anyone named Lupe I've always liked.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
I haven't met a Lupe I don't like.
I know.
Yeah.
I totally.
It's one of my favorite
I'm going to
names.
name my first child, if it's a girl, Lupe, if I ever have a child.
Oh,
Which
that's
I don't know
another
if I will.
show.
Yeah. So I have like been having this thing. Sometimes I watch the shows for technical reasons, and I'm like, oh, that bead's off, or like this segment's weird, or that editing's weird.
Right,
and
all designer style.
Yeah. And I just forget like about the content. I just look at it technically. But then I started realizing that like I mentioned the fact that I'm like gay all the time, and I always bring things back to me being gay, and I like felt like maybe somebody would judge me because like they're like, oh, you're just being gay. And I think I'm a little bit more sensitive to it because when I was acting in college, this like bitchy lady came up to me. She was like a little bit older and she had gone back to school. And she's like, why do you have to act gay? Why can't you just be gay? And I'm like, I'm just acting the way I act. Like I came out of the closet when I was 14.
Right.
I've always been like literally how I came out of the closet, my mom asked me, are you gay? And I was like, yes. Like, so it is very much who I am. It's not... Anyway, if anyone wants to judge me, they can. I don't give a rat's ass.
We're on TV. We're like open for judgment.
But now I'm like, before no one watched our show, but now that we're getting viewers, I'm like now starting to be like, oh, people are going to start judging us.
I know.
You know?
Anyway. God, I don't even want to think about that.
What is your insecurity when you're on here?
When I'm on here, I don't know. I don't know. I feel so good just being with you, but obviously I want to look good, and I'm wondering like,
you're about your look. Like
what
every time
outfit.
you watch it,
I try to like bring something new every time. I'm a little Rihanna leathery today, which was totally not on purpose. I don't know. I just see something and it's like, oh, okay, I want to try that. But it's fun.
And you never know what it's going to look like on camera either.
I know, and it's fun because I have all these clothes that I never wear. Or I'll buy like a dress for one event, and because you know me, I'm always in my like yoga pants.
Yeah.
And my hair in a big old messy bun. So it's fun. This is like dress up time for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So thanks for that, Nico.
So we have the adorable Jimmy Fowlie on the show today.
My God.
I'm super excited.
I love him.
He's adorable. And I actually saw his live show of Gogo Interrupted. We're going to show a clip in a little bit. But I saw the live show at the Groundlings like 4 months ago. And he is so talented.
Yep.
He's uberly talented.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to bring him on.
I know.
So we're going to take a little bit of break. And then when we get back, we are going to have Jimmy here. Bella Vista Designs is Southern California's premier audio and visual company, specializing in decorative lighting, draping, and sound for your upcoming wedding or event. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to bring on Jimmy Fowlie, but first we're going to take a look at a teaser of Gogo Interrupted.
My name is Danny Carter, and I work in LA's hottest club.
You are a go-go god.
To be a go-go boy, there are a few requirements. You have to be confident.
Well, I got my first big ID when I was 11.
You have to be sexy.
You and me, we're the exact same person.
And you have to be smart.
This guy out there gave me a 20, and he like only kind of put his finger in my hole. Not bad for a bunch of high school dropouts, am I right?
Okay, I guess you don't really have to be smart.
Were there any other comments?
No, just a bunch of gifs of me getting fucked.
Danny, you can't wear that.
Oh, good point. I should definitely have sleeves.
God, you're stupid. I'm not shaving your asshole, Danny.
Call 911! What's your favorite thing to do in LA?
I guess Coke?
Well, someone said you had meningitis and died in the hospital Tuesday night.
If you guys heard that I died, wouldn't you, like, follow up on that?
Danny, you're fucking fired.
Oh, my doctor said I can't get sperm on my cast.
Weirdo.
So you have 3 DUIs. Can you even drive?
Okay, how did we end up here?
No, it's just that a person...
No, like, literally, how did we end up here? I remember being at my house, and then I came here. Did you pick me up?
Jimmy, thank you for being here.
Hi.
Oh my God, you're amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thanks
You
for
are,
having me. Thanks,
you are
guys.
uber talented. Okay, so how did you come up with the concept to write the show and be in it, obviously?
Well, I started when I was 18. I moved to LA and I started working at this club, and it was just such a crazy environment. Like, there were all these underage entitled go-go dancers and like drag queens, you know, like the over-the-top personalities, and even at that time, I was like, I can't believe no one's written a show that takes place in this world, because it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like the most interesting part was like, if your whole job is being validated, like for your looks, like what happens when you just slowly get aged out? Because you can't do that forever.
At age like 22,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and really young. Although it's funny because when the show was like going, the teaser started going online, some of the blogs were picking up talking about it, and there was like a little bit of a backlash of people being like a lot of go-go boys in LA are in their 30s and all this stuff, and I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
People got offended?
yeah, some people got offended by like a lot of different stuff from it, but
Yeah.
but it was all good. But it was interesting, yeah, because there are older go-go boys too, but.
So I read somewhere that you had broken your arm,
Yeah.
but you still had to show up to work and go-go dance?
Yeah, it's like a psycho. I go dance in a cast. Like, who does
Did you
that?
like
That's
work it into your
dangerous.
routine? You're all...
Well, I think that first of all, it's very dangerous, like for the person who's dancing with the cast, but also for like anyone around you, because
Right.
it's
You
like
could totally
if
hit
I
them.
if I hit
Yeah,
them, or
but you had
and
to
it
go.
smells like. Have you ever broken your arm?
No, I haven't, but
Okay,
I've smelled other people.
Yeah, if you break your arm and have a
so
cast,
bad.
it smells disgusting. I remember like I one time had a guy over and he was like hooking up, and I was trying to keep my cast away from him because I'm like,
Oh my
this is
goodness.
gonna kill this hookup if he smells my cast.
So you had experienced a lot of the things that you talk about.
Yeah.
And it's a web series, everyone. So there's like, what is there, 8?
There are 7 episodes.
7 episodes.
So it kind of follows the journey of Danny Carter. He's the main character, and he's the character I play. And the first episode he gets fired, and then he kind of figures out what's he gonna do for a living, and just dealing with him like and his friends and his family and stuff.
And so was it a stage play first and then it became a web series?
It was just a live sketch show, so different sketches I had written, and then the through line was just the Gogo Boy story. So like you were at
Yeah. So I went. That's the show I saw.
The live show was the only sketch that was live that was related was the opening number, which was like a big dance number with actual Gogo
that was
boys.
awesome. You were
It
like
was so
really
fun.
good.
Oh, thanks.
I'm like,
I used to take dance.
you're
when I
totally
was
a
little
white
kid.
boy that could dance.
Yeah. Well, I was
he gets down.
Yeah, I totally.
Do you
at
like
the
move
end.
your hat and stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. I have my dog tags.
Yeah.
Someone.
No, it's so weird. I mean, you really did nail it with the show.
Thank you.
Like you nailed it. Like there is so many people don't understand about gay culture. It's so in your face that it's when I was watching this and like live and you play videos. They played the web series live during the show, so you got to see a lot of what you saw in the teaser, but extended. And there are people that were laughing like hilarious, and I caught myself not laughing sometimes, being like, "Yeah," like it's so over the top. Like gay people are so mean.
Yeah, they are mean. And that was the one thing. Like, there's actually in the show, there's what happens to Danny is like some people write some mean stuff on him on this blog called WeHo Confidential, which is a real blog that like
totally
destroys people. Like, I had this friend from Dodgeball, And I mean, I've had a million friends who have been on there, and it'll be like a picture of them, and it's like, all right, like, what does this person do to pay their rent? And then all these people will like join in and say these horrible things.
And they don't even know who it is.
They don't even know who it is, or like it's someone they see out. And
That's
they're just,
all Mean Girls.
It's so
total
Mean
the
Girl.
hate book or
But
whatever
it's
called.
beyond.
What do they call
It's
that?
like,
The pink book?
It's like this person has
That is
AIDS.
so
and it's like,
rude.
It's
it's
so
like
gnarly.
ratchet.
It's very gnarly.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I have a Gogo question.
Yeah.
So it's all about the underwear, right? So like, do you have to
Yeah.
like choose? Like, do you like just really fast? Tell me
So
like,
really fast.
about the underwear.
First of all, you should know that when I was actually a go-go boy, I was like the most disgusting one because I didn't care. Like I had a ratty underwear.
You're
that was
all
not,
wearing Fruit of the Looms.
Yeah, I basically not even like I would wear underwear that was like baggy. Like it would be like baggy boxer briefs because I didn't care and I was always so shit-faced. I would go to work and like dance for a little bit and then like go throw
Hammered.
up.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Did you have to get hammered to dance in
Yeah,
the beginning?
I was actually telling Nico before the show that I a couple times I go-go danced once sober and like I could never do that.
You did.
Like it's just.
You didn't make any money.
Well, also you're so self-conscious, like,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, there's this 70-year-old man who wants to put $1 on my penis. Okay, like, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean-
like I'd rather be like.
Yeah,
in a,
totally.
like,
You
a
have to
drunk
kind of
fog.
check out a little bit. Do you
What
think
clubs did you go dance at?
I go danced at this club Tiger Heat, which we filmed, and then this club called. Do you guys know Rage?
Yes.
Yeah, I like turned to him like as the friend of the gay guy.
I know.
That was
no.
like my first WeHo club that I went to, and I was
Tiger
like,
Heat, right?
No, it was Rage. It was Rage
Oh.
when I was 20.
Nice.
And I went because they had an 18 over, like,
Yeah.
it was all Latino boys.
Well, my
they have an Asian night.
Yeah, they have an Asian night. Which, by the way, that was my first night, my first gay club ever in LA. I was 18, visiting LA, and I was with my cousin, and we went to Rage. And Friday night is it's called Game Boy. It was like, but it's all Asian. But I didn't know it was Asian night, so I was just like, oh wow, there's just a lot of Asian gay guys in West Hollywood. Like, it didn't occur to me that that was weird. That 99% of the population of the club was.
Oh my goodness. That's the thing, you have nights and, you know, there's enough gay
Themes.
people in West Hollywood.
Yeah, you can have
Not like in
themes.
Santa Barbara, that there's themes of like people.
Yeah.
There's like otters or bears or, you know. So how was it going back to Tiger Heat to film the web series after you've,
It was so weird.
Yeah.
It was so weird. And like.
how many years?
Well,
What
I
was the
go-go
timeline?
danced there when I was 18, and then I think my last time dancing there was like 20. So I did 2 years, and I was
Oh.
like, yeah. So it was
while
pretty
ago.
brief. And then and then I came back to Tiger Heat maybe once after that, like, because Tiger Heat's cool when you're 18,
Yeah.
19, but then it starts getting weird because. Like, and we were talking about this
Yeah.
too, that a lot of the guys are like not even 18, they're like 15
Yeah.
with
Oh
fake
my
IDs.
Goodness.
Fake IDs, yeah.
Well, I
Really?
mean, yeah,
You
that's
can pay
my,
a lot of money for a good one now.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you have a fake, you guys had fake IDs?
You know, Santa Barbara was really small when I came out of the closet, so I was like hanging out with drag queens when I was like 16 at the Chameleon. Do you remember the Chameleon?
Oh yeah.
Back then, and I was like 16, but it's weird. I never went and drank. I just wanted to be around gay people. Because
Yeah,
I
and
just come
dance.
out,
Yeah.
and no one at school was out of the closet. So,
Yeah, and when I was in high school, I had a group of guys that were all gay, but we never talked about it, but they were gay. And then we'd go to the pub.
And they would kiss each other.
The pub.
Yeah.
No, what we would want to go, maybe. I think we all made out with each other,
It was the
actually.
80s.
It was like, and they wouldn't even, ask for ID.
Yeah.
And we'd all walk in, a group of 16-year-olds, and the boys had a blast. And I had a blast, because that's just my culture, too. But
Yeah.
I grew up in the gay culture.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
it's-
just, yeah, it can be super fun and supportive, but like going back to that, you know, the meanness, I feel like as a community that's had painful experiences, like you can feel really insecure. So like that's why I think there is some bullying like within the community, you know.
Oh, for
So-
sure.
I had no idea. That's so mean.
Was that such a downer that I just brought it back there?
No,
We're like
no,
all
no.
laughing. I'm like,
No, Jimmy, this is fun, sparkle, and drama. Like, I
Drama.
like it all.
Yeah,
I
wait,
like it all.
I actually want to ask you, how did you come up with the name?
Someone like told me to write down. I was thinking of names, and someone told me to write down everything I thought I was, and these were like the 3 first
Fun,
ones.
sparkle, drama.
And it's so you.
Like, so tell me a little bit about the future of Gogo Boy Interrupted and where it's going, because it blew up. I mean, you have like 500,000
thanks.
views on YouTube. Do you realize this?
It's crazy. Like I
You have
didn't
a
expect.
wiki. Your show is a huge success.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, do you
it was
realize
so
this?
crazy. I'm like really grateful because I've done other videos and like you try to, like, as a comedian, you're trying to put yourself out there and try to get traction. And, like, most of my videos looked like shit. It was, like, me in a wig in my living room, and, like, no one would watch it except, like, one girl from Wisconsin and be like, this sucks. You know what I mean?
She's all thumbs down.
Totally.
Thumbs
down.
Like, give
right
up on your
now.
dream.
No one's giving us a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. When you get your first thumbs down, it's like, I remember when, like, just seeing it, you're like, someone had to, like, actually put the effort to be like,
Negative.
I want you to know that I don't like this.
But it's almost like with YouTube, it's if they want to harass you, and I have a lot of you like friends that are on YouTube that are like huge success stories. I mean, like really big YouTubers, and it's so weird. Like they have to train themselves to not read the comments.
Oh my God, yeah. The comments are insane.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what were some of the comments that you heard when you first did the show and had it
on YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, like some of the I'm trying to think of the comments.
Trying to think of a bad one.
Yeah, no. There was, trust me, there was like, well, some of the ones that it didn't bother me were like if some like the homophobia stuff, because I just can write that off as that person has
faggot.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay,
really?
I'm like,
that's the best you
I'm
can
like,
do?
who is this? My mom? No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that didn't faze me, and like, and some people would be like, or like, I don't like the way his voice sounds, like just because, like what you were saying earlier in the show about why can't you just be a gay man who doesn't act gay, and it's like, fuck you. This is how I act, and people would be like, this is a bad this is a stereotype of this world, and it shows gay people in a negative light. And this one guy was like, I consider myself same-gendered attracted, and I'm not gay. Like, and it's like, yeah, you're.
I have never heard that.
Same gender.
Yeah.
Have
I'm
you
like,
heard that?
issues.
No, I haven't heard that.
That is
It's just
like,
weird. And then
He's a
I'm
narcissist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
That's your answer for everything.
That someone's a narcissist if they do that.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yeah,
They're like,
totally.
No, you just like you have to make up your own thing for who you are when there's already like one for you.
Yeah.
That's politically correct.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
But you just have these people that have these problems with it, because it's just this like self, like hating stuff that we do to each other. But I think someone like my roommate, he was so unsympathetic. He's like, don't you dare read the comments, and if you do, he's like, I don't want to hear about it. And then I was like in his room, and I was like reading them, and one was like, I was like, oh my God, babe, this one says just kill yourself. And my roommate, I hear him in the other room, he goes, oh, shut up.
So you have to have, if you're gonna read the comments, you have to have like a roommate like yours.
Yeah,
that's
totally.
just like,
Yeah.
don't even go there. I would totally read them.
Yeah, it's
You
it's,
told, and I
it's-
told you not to if it ever happens. If our show does get
See,
big
now
enough.
someone's gonna leave a
Yeah.
bad comment. Just leave something nice.
Yeah. At the end of every show, you should be like, just closing out the show. If you're gonna leave a comment, let it be kind.
Right.
We'll hunt you down.
I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
We'll pop your tires.
People call me mom.
Yeah.
No.
But people would say like really nice stuff too, and people who responded to the show. And I think it's also, I feel like as a gay person, you only see our lives in little bits, like the gay best friend who's like really two-dimensional, and like, and my show is like, it's filled with stereotypes for sure.
Right.
Like I didn't think that I was like, I didn't think that I was like doing some like huge thing for like the gay community, but I also feel like it's nice to see that world, and you get to see like,
It's not too far off, Jimmy. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
like it really isn't, and that's the brilliance of it behind it, and it's really awesome. And you got written up in the Huffington Post and in Out Magazine, just rate the web series like
So
top
great.
so
10
nice, yeah.
gay and lesbian web
That
series.
was really cool.
That's amazing.
It's so nice. And the thing I liked a lot is that they commented on the diversity, which I thought was cool, because I really didn't want it to be like, because I feel like there's so many just like, especially in the gay community, like just white people everywhere, and it's like our culture.
Abercrombie models.
Yeah, and just like there's so much, I don't know, like as a performer, I feel like it's important to put in creating stuff like so everyone can see themselves, and it's not just like one.
Well, the cute part about Danny, I think it has a little bit of you in it, where there is like, how do I say this? I mean, he's obviously in his own world, but he's also like not a bad person.
Yeah, totally.
He just doesn't know.
Yeah, he's like a dumbass, but he's not like evil.
He's not mean.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Zoolander.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
You
there's
know
like,
who, I was just gonna say, I kind of modeled it after, do you watch? Obviously, you've seen Clueless, right?
Yeah.
Like Cher, because Cher is like so likable,
Oh,
but
yeah.
she's also like the stupidest person ever. So I was like, how do you? Because it's so fun to play dumb characters,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Like Legally
but
Blonde.
Yeah.
Reese
She's
Witherspoon.
dumb. And Phoebe, and
Yeah.
I love.
and you just worked with Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great. She was so cool and so funny on the comeback, and I love that show.
What was your character?
My character, I was just this guy, Rick, who she was in an improv class with, and she's like so like terrible at improv, and so my character, we were just doing the scene, and
I want to see
it was
that.
really, it was a small, just a scene.
Was
but it
she
fun.
was she awesome to work with?
She's really funny, but I think like if you're that famous, you're kind of like, she was like doing her
Yeah.
own thing. Like she was so nice.
Yeah.
What if I was like, she's a bitch?
Yeah.
And like I said all this negative stuff about her.
No, I mean,
She was so nice.
But that's the thing. I think like it's like Beyonce. People are like they meet her and they're like, oh, she's just kind of like
Yeah.
It's like, well, when you've been famous for so long, you don't know how to act.
Yeah, totally. And also because like you have this like idealized version of them. Like in a
Yes.
perfect world, like you chat and then you're like, you become friends forever and like, you know what I mean? Because you love them so much.
Right, I know, it's like a fantasy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So have you like gotten anybody, because you're a very attractive guy.
Oh, thank you.
So have you gotten people like definitely creepers besides me? I'm kidding. I'm like, wait a minute.
He's all everyone stalker.
Yeah, have you gotten people like kind of hitting on you online?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, were you like getting dates and stuff like that?
I wouldn't call it getting dates. I was getting like
Trade.
Some people like at first I think they thought I was a prostitute, like, and I was like, this is so weird because he thinks that I'm like that character,
Oh,
Danny.
yeah. I think
yeah.
a lot of people have a hard time separating
yeah, they think
characters
it's real.
from like
Yeah.
YouTube and TV. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of nutty.
Yeah, it is really. Yeah, it's like no.
Oh my
this is all
goodness, your
pretend.
the next series of Gogo Boy Interrupted should be like him thinking he's famous and not
Yeah.
knowing it, like random
Yeah.
things. And
Oh my God.
Yeah, that would be
you know
so
what I mean?
fun.
And reading comments and being like,
Totally. Like he's a big hit. He's back in the spotlight again. He's
totally.
loving it.
How funny would that be?
Yeah, that would be great. That's a good idea.
So what is the future of Gogo Boy Interrupted?
Well, we started pitching actually after the teaser came out. We ended up getting connected to this production company who wanted to represent it. And so we have a 1-year shopping agreement, which just means they represent the show and we take it to different networks and we pitch it. So we pitched it to some places, which has been really cool.
Oh
and
my God, I'm so excited.
So like we went to HBO and that was really cool. And,
Yeah.
But they kind of were like, without saying it, they were like, we already have a gay show, you know, and like.
So it's still that way.
It really is. Like, I think so. And of course, I'm like saying, I remember you're like, is there anything we can't talk? I'm sure I'm going to get in so much trouble for everything I say.
Yeah.
But no, they were like, and by the way, I was like terrible in that meeting because I like,
Wanted it so bad?
Yeah, well, and also I'm just awkward in those situations. Like, I'm not like that person who's on. I was just like, he's like, how is this different from looking? And I was like, well, this show isn't really boring, so that's one thing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's not my favorite show. So
You're all on the spot.
now the whole thing like with the gay
Yeah.
culture, because now I haven't acted in many, many years, but when I was acting, I had just a lot of like mean directors being like, well, you're gay, so you can't play this role. Or like, you know, like play a straight role, for example. Like, what has your experience been? Like, have you definitely been typecasted for like
I think
young,
so.
cute gay guy?
or like young, awkward crystal meth addicts. I feel like
yeah, that puts a twist
I
on
could
it.
totally see that.
Yeah. I was on the show on Two Broke Girls. I just had a small part, but I was like this crazy like weirdo that came in at the end. I was like Jennifer Coolidge's wedding planner who gets
my God,
fired.
I love it.
And I was so like, it really seemed like this person was on drugs. Like, I was joking with the writer. I was like tweeting the writer. I was like, I'm not totally sure, but I feel like after Mauricio, that was the name of the character, I'm like, after Mauricio left the diner that he died. Because he seemed like that. He was like
Did
really.
they put like makeup under your eyes?
Totally.
And stuff
I
like
was
like
that?
turned into Criminal Minds.
Yeah, totally. And then Kat Dennings investigated.
Oh my God.
Totally.
And Shamar Moore is all.
I know. So
Who's
you're
Shamar Moore? Is she on Criminal
No,
Minds?
It's a boy.
that hot.
Is she?
Hot. I can't believe you said that. Oh my God, that's so funny. Shamar Moore is like Nico and mine's crush.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he's like half black and super tall and beautiful. Yeah, just Google Google
I
me
gotta
if you're
Google
Google
him.
him. He's hot. We'll do it at
Yeah.
sushi later.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I know.
is
So
Oh my God.
Oh my God, edit that part out.
so you are like, now we've talked about like Danny. Your character Danny is like super alcoholic. He does coke, obviously.
Yeah,
You're
a lot of
sober. Like you've been sober
Yeah, I don't drink anymore or do drugs. So
for a long time now.
Yeah, for 6 years. Yeah, because for me, like, like no judgment on anyone who like parties or anything, but for me, I was just like a lot of the show was those real situations where I wake up. Like for me, I was like waking up in a motel with like a really scary cross-eyed person, and I was
Right.
like, oh my God, what is happening? You know. Like no offense to anyone at home who's
And
cross-eyed.
no offense to anyone cross-eyed.
You know what? If you're cross-eyed, get a fix.
Yeah.
Honestly, how much do you think it costs to get it fixed?
I don't know. My whole theory is if Michael Jackson, rest his soul, could have looked the way he did, you can pretty much get anything done.
Yeah.
Right?
He did a lot of stuff. But he looked bad. He didn't look human by that.
It was like another formation. It was
Yeah.
like the cat lady. Or
His skin was like 45 shades lighter.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what I'm
But
saying.
that was for a
Did
long
he have a
time,
disease though that changed his skin, or was that just
No,
BS?
they said that I think he wanted to be whiter, but he had this idea of like what somebody should look like, and he was trying to be that. Like he didn't like being black, you know.
That's
like,
so sad.
You know,
Talk about like being uncomfortable, and
mean,
it's so
that's
hard because he's so famous at such a young age that it's like, how do you really figure out who you are?
you're not. You're like Britney Spears. You know, she's just sedated. Sorry, I love
I know.
Brit.
Oh, I love her too.
She's amazing.
She's amazing, but I feel like lately I'm just like she just seems like a shell of like a person.
I saw her in Vegas last year.
How was the show?
You know,
that's so disappointing because she had.
I've
That was
heard
the
it's
one
also
thing
good.
that
I
was
was
going
so
for her.
I was so glad to see her perform, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think she's.
I feel like she's like. It feels like she's everyone's niece, and like we're trying to like help her.
I
Like,
know,
we're,
but
like,
her backup dancers were amazing.
Really?
And like, but even like her extensions weren't good. Like your Britney Spears,
Ew.
like get good extensions.
I think it was her off night, like maybe.
No.
No, I have talked to people. They either love the show or hate the show.
Really, there's no middle
Yeah,
ground.
like,
I
I think
didn't hate
she's-
it. It was Britney.
Yeah.
Like it's like
No, but
it's
like they're just like,
Britney.
oh, she sucked or she was amazing. So I think there's probably like those, you know, like she
Yeah.
normally
Hey,
feels
we all
in
have
life.
our bad days.
Some days she wakes up at 9. Sometimes she wakes up at 3.
Yeah. Do you think does she perform 8 shows a week, like every day?
I believe
Her
so.
live show?
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
hard.
we were
That would be
probably on that
exhausting.
eighth
It's like
show.
being on Broadway.
She was like checked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, Jimmy, we are out of time, unfortunately.
Oh my god, that was so fun.
Kiki, I know you're awesome. You
come
are
back?
Great. Oh my god, anytime.
You are
The
super
drive up here was
talented.
great. Thank you. You're so sweet.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
for
are.
having
You're
me.
really talented. I can't wait to see what happens with the show because
I hope
love
I
it.
sell it. If I don't, I'll try to make more.
Well,
Yeah.
we're open for cameos.
Yeah. Oh
on
my
the
god, that would be
show.
great.
No, you should do YouTube. You'll own it then.
Yeah,
That'd be
I guess
great.
that's true.
Just
Yeah.
it's awesome. So definitely, yeah, we can be cameos. I can be
Danny
creepy.
can come on the show.
Oh my God.
And
Danny can
and
come
some-
on this show and
That'd be
like ruin
amazing.
it.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Oh my God. Okay.
He's all picking
Cross
apart the set.
promotions. And then I'll have a link to your YouTube.
Oh my God.
And then
awesome.
my YouTube haters can come over here.
Yeah, and they're like, who's
Yeah,
that
I
old
know.
lady?
Jimmy, you're so awesome and so adorable.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you
Nico.
very, very
Thanks
much.
for having me. It was so
Everyone,
fun.
you've got to check out his Gogo Boy Interrupted. It's on YouTube. You can. His channel is Jimmy Fowlie. Subscribe to his channel and subscribe to ours and give it a thumbs up if you like the show. Thank you, Nina.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And we
Nina.
are signing off. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Bella Vista Designs is Southern California's premier audio and visual company, specializing in decorative lighting, draping, and sound for your upcoming wedding or event.